It is one thing that does worry me, is giving any one of my children HIV without them asking for it. Obviously, I contracted HIV as a crime, so giving, an innocent baby is something that I have. I would feel like it'd be my fault, and I just would never be able to forgive myself. I had HIV. Can't get rid of it. I still got it now. I'm never going to be able to get rid of it. I just have to learn to live with it. I was in a relationship with my son's father for 10 years and I found out that he was cheating on me, but not only with women but men also. A couple of months later, when I eventually got over my COVID, I decided to get tested because I've never actually been tested before. I've never felt the need to because I was in such a long relationship. Now, when I got tested, I'd done the full MOT. And of course, my local gum clinic rang me and said that I had HIV. Now, I didn't know what HIV was. I didn't know I got it until I'd done some research. So I confronted my son's dad and, said, "You've given me HIV." He denied it at first and then came out with the fact that he had HIV, and he knew 8 months before and he was on treatment. So yeah, I had HIV. Can't get rid of it. I still got it now. I'm never going to be able to get rid of it. I just have to learn to live with it.
Imagine being in such a long relationship with somebody and they're obviously cheating and you're oblivious to that, but not only with the opposite gender as well, which probably just adds to it. But the fact that he knew he had HIV, probably with someone he was sleeping with, for 8 months, and didn't even think to tell the person he was in a relationship with and was supposed to love. And obviously they was sharing a child together. Because he failed to tell her, because he was probably too much of a coward to do so, too scared, she now has to live with having this disease, if you like, infection, that will never be able to go away. And that was all, and it all could have been prevented if he was just honest with her, because obviously, nothing would have happened from there on.
Medication these days are so amazing that a pregnant mum would never pass HIV on to an unborn child, or anyone. There is no risk to me, to the unborn child, or to anyone, as there would be with someone who doesn't have HIV.
So because of his inability to say anything or be open and honest about it, she has since contracted it, and in a way it's kind of ruined her life.
Scariest thing about this, I didn't have any symptoms at all. So I didn't go and get tested because I thought I had HIV, but when I discussed with my doctor when I first got diagnosed, we tried to have a think or inkling when I could have possibly been affected. We worked out going back about a year and a half prior to my diagnosis. I was really, really ill, but I mistook this for a winter flu. And HIV can lay dormant for absolutely years. Someone reached out to me that I met on TikTok when I'd first done these videos 2 years ago, and they went 10 years. Without knowing they had HIV, like 10 years. Unfortunately, they did have a diagnosis of AIDS, but now that AIDS has been reversed and it's only now HIV. Compared to the 80s and 90s where HIV and AIDS was classed as a global pandemic, 39 million people lost their lives because there was no treatment, there was no education, there was no prevention. It wasn't like it is these days. There is medication to help people live longer lives, live a normal life. Like me, I take a tablet called Delstrigo, which is enough to suppress the virus in my bloodstream, where I can live my life as before I even got diagnosed with HIV. I'll never be able to pass it on. I will die with HIV, but I won't die because of HIV.
But 10 years, a whole decade without knowing, is certainly a very, very long time. And once you do get to the stage where you do find out that you have it, it must be pretty damning to learn of that.
Thanks for watching StoryTrender. Don't forget to like and follow.